July has a habit of going by without me noticing. One week the roadsides are just beginning to turn green, and then suddenly everything is covered in flowers that are already starting to fade. I always wish I could pause it somehow, just long enough to take it all in before it disappears again. But time doesn't really work like that. 3 years ago, I moved to this valley. I think, if I'm honest, one of the reasons was that I imagined life here would feel slower. I was growing tired of the constant pace of the city, and I longed for something quieter. I imagined long afternoons outside, walking through the fields for no reason and coming home with wildflowers. The kind of life where nothing seemed to be in much of a hurry. But I've come to learn something slightly disappointing. Moving somewhere quiet doesn't automatically quiet the way you live. Because it turns out you bring your habits with you no matter where you move. I've had plenty of afternoons here where nothing was waiting for me, and somehow I still found a reason to hurry. Or felt that quiet somehow had to be earned after I'd finished everything else. The last time I picked fireweed was 8 years ago. Every summer since then I've thought about it. Somehow July always disappeared before I got around to it. But this year I'm bringing a little piece of it home. I'm going to make fireweed syrup. Making syrup is mostly waiting. You gather the flowers, you prepare the syrup base, and then you leave it alone. There's very little you can do after that. The rest happens in its own time. Honestly, I think that's one of the reasons I like making simple syrups, because for once there's nothing to optimize. Maybe summer is a little like that too. You don't notice it changing while you're living inside it. Then one morning, the flowers have started to disappear, the evenings arrive a little earlier, and you realize July quietly slipped past again. I still catch myself rushing through everything for no real reason. And making something like this doesn't really change that. It doesn't make me a slower person. But for a little while, it interrupts the habit and asks me to wait. When I moved here, I thought a quieter place would give me a quieter life, but a quiet place doesn't really slow your life down. It simply gives you more chances to notice when you're rushing. Out here, nothing seems concerned with getting anywhere quickly, and I'm still learning how to do the same.